I am going to notate who's at this, and we are recording, so there is that right there.
It's not so much the note, the presence, but we do need to do a quorum count.
Okay,
I don't think we actually included that in the agenda for some reason.
All right, well, let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And if here I can share. There we go. Oh. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Now unshare. How do I stop it? Yeah. Oh my God, it's like I'm a boomer. There we go. So the second thing on the agenda is adoption of bylaws by which we conduct this convention. Yeah. So here's where we can talk about the quorum and such. You wanted to say or keep going with what you were saying with that, Joe?
Right. So the quorum for this agenda, those delegates who are actually allowed to participate in this convention are the members of the State Central Committee that were elected by the state precinct committeemen during the reorganization period between May 28th and May 31st.
Right.
And by all our records, the only state precinct committeeman who was elected was Jennifer Luoma. During the reorganization period, the officers of the Kootenai County Libertarian Central Committee are the only authorized delegates under those conditions. Those three officers that were elected were Sean Luoma, Jennifer Luoma, and Casey Gurney. 100% delegate count, 100% quorum. See, 2 out of 3 super majority, 2 out of 3 majority, 2 out of 3 and 3 out of 3 is unanimous.
The supermajority was 2 out of 3?
Yes.
What was before supermajority?
So you had supermajority, majority, and unanimous.
I guess I was just looking for majority. That's going to be 2 out of 3, right?
Yes.
All right, so the chair recognizes Joe Evans' contributions for the quorum count. Are there any objections by anybody? With no objections, I'll take that as a quorum count for this meeting. Okay, other bylaws to conduct the convention. As a chair, Sean Luma speaking. Now with the Baby Water and Sewer District, I'm only going to say that once or twice. We can't go by the actual open law statutes of Idaho And we're not supposed to follow Robert's Rules of Order, so we're supposed to be a little bit looser. And as Mr. Long has brought up the democratic way of doing meetings, as I read through the discussions for what he had sent and some of the information on that website, I think it was democratic.com or democratic.org. I liked that, and that closely resembles what I do with our baby water and sewer group. A looser meeting, not so stringent, but you still have to be honest and upstanding and not trying to slide anything through anywhere. With that being said, I'm still going to take motions and work along those lines. Everybody vote on things. I don't have much more to say on that. If I should say some more, I'll recognize Joe Evans. You have your hand up.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to amend the draft bylaws that we submitted for adoption at this to from Robert's Rules as the parliamentary procedure over to the democratic, that thing you did.
Over to democratic. So be it. Motion is on the floor. By all means, this is where we want to talk about this stuff. If anybody has any gripes or loves, or so be it, go ahead and speak up. We're a small group. I don't have to. I will recognize whoever's speaking, but you understand.
Do we have a second?
Yeah, I'll take a second.
I second it.
All right, thank you. There's a second by Jennifer Luoma. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
That was aye. Mr. Long?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, I'm still trying to figure out how to work the camera, but if you're
Aye.
you're
You can
asking
hear
me
me.
for a vote, mine is aye.
That's okay. That's 5 out of, or yeah, 5 of the attendees here. Now, we talked about a quorum. Now, I just took a vote by Mike and yourself, Joe, but so that doesn't really count.
No,
Why
it doesn't.
doesn't that count? I mean, I understand this is a state committee meeting, but
This is the state convention.
This is a convention, and you always poll the floor. You poll the audience, the body, well, the BSMs, I should say, correct?
That would be under bylaws by the state committee. The delegate selection that we created in convening this convention was the voting members were the members of the state central committee. Now, the floor does include invitees and attendees, but they don't have a vote.
Okay.
So
Well,
right
still
now,
in-
the state central committee is the voting body at this convention.
We're
And-
still, yeah, we're still talking about this stuff, so go ahead.
Yeah, so right now, the next step would be whether or not we want to amend the draft bylaws that we presented for adoption so that we can then adopt them and then proceed with the balance of the convention. According to democratic.com, yeah,
Okay, give me a moment.
rather than by Robert's Rules.
Yep. I'm trying. I wanted to pull up that website that he shared.
Yeah, if you just Google Democratic Rules of Order, that takes you right to it.
I'm looking at videos. I gotta go to all. There we go. My apologies. There's even the book. I can click on the book. Buy the book. I will buy the book. Okay, we're just gonna take rules of order. However, okay, Joe, that being said, so you want it, you're not amending anything. You are, well, yes, you are. You're asking for the amendment to move from Robert's Rules of Orders to the Democratic Rules of Order. Now, that won't change our bylaws per se, what's written for who, where, what, how, when, and why. That is, the Democratic Rules of Order are for the meeting, how a meeting is performed from start to finish. Actually,
Now, in the bylaws that we do have, the draft bylaws, the parliamentary procedure in there is currently listed as Robert's Rules of Order.
so we would change the parliamentary procedure from Robert's Rules of Order to Democratic Rules of Order. Would probably be a more specific way of amending.
Yes.
Now,
So I think the suggested amendment would be to amend Article 12, Section 12.1.1. That currently reads the proposed amendment. No, where'd it go? It's Article 12 has Robert's Rules of Order, so we just find the appropriate section of Section 12, Article 12, and strike Robert's Rules of Orders and insert Democratic Rules of Order.
okay.
Nope, I was wrong. It's Article 11, Section 11.1. Says the most current edition of Robert's Rules of Order, newly revised, shall govern the LPID in all cases to which they are applicable. So we could just strike the current edition of Robert's Rules of Orders, newly revised, and insert Democratic Rules of Order. Or if somebody has a better set of orders,
Right.
anything but Robert for me.
Interpretation. Okay. So that's all fine and dandy. What I'm trying to get to is how do we allow the people that are here, Joe and Mike, to become voting in this convention?
You don't.
You know what? Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to make this harder than it needs to be. If this was a regular convention, yes, but right now we're just moving through on trying to get a formation so we can be an effective party, and we got to start. Okay, I got you. So the motion on the floor by Joe Evans is to accept the draft bylaws of the Libertarian Party of Idaho that have been as presented, with the changes of Article 11, Section 1.1, rules and guidance, to strike through Roberts and replace with Democratic.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so that's the three of us. All right, good. Oh, where are we now?
Okay, adoption of the agenda.
Excellent.
I move that we approve the adoption of the agenda.
I'd make a motion to amend the adoption of agenda. Or to amend the agenda.
I
Or we adopt.
recognize Joe Evans. Let's see, do I recognize her first? No,
Yeah, she spoke for.
I recognize Jennifer Luma's acceptance that we take the agenda as presented, and then I accept the point of order motion. No, I'll see now I'm already off of Democratic Rules of Order.
I will rescind my acceptance.
No, you're fine, sweetie. And then I accept Joe Evans with his amendment to the motion.
I would like to insert between items 7 and 8 the discussion on the RFK joint fundraising venture by the LNC. And the whereas and wherefore statements presented in a previous conversation be accepted. Yeah. To raise between 7 and 8 following the disaffiliation or disassociation with Region 1, that we add the discussion on the RFK joint venture and whether or not we are going to participate in the amici brief to ask the LNC to suspend their plans, suspend that. Yes.
Okay, I would bring up discussion for the amendment to the agenda of the discussion on the RFK Junior LNC joint venture on fundraising. Does anybody oppose?
I oppose.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have one opposed. That is a majority. That's good. Hold on.
A dissenting voice is always good.
Yes. Oh, I'm just gonna put it on here. 2, 3. Okay. So then that carries with the motion. Does anybody, as presented with the amendment, all in favor, say aye? I think I'm doing that right. Because after we amended, then we have to back up to the original motion, which is Jennifer's, which was accepting the agenda. So now with the amended agenda, we have to approve that.
Aye.
Aye.
I
Okay.
don't even know what I'm.
Am I being too confusing, or am I confusing enough? This parliament,
It
I
doesn't
think we're
take a
good.
lot for me to get confused.
this parliamentarian procedures are so freaking dry. Okay. Are there any other amendments to the agenda? No, I should have called that before I asked to pass the agenda. I'll say our agenda is now in effect. So we're at, that was adoption of the agenda. Adopt and write a party platform would be the 4th item. So any motions, changes, what have you. So I will recognize Joe Evans.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt the Libertarian Party 2020 platform in whole as the Libertarian Party of Idaho platform.
I second that.
Was that the state party a platform, or
The Libertarian
National.
National Committee, the Libertarian National
National.
Platform
okay, the national platform.
2020.
Okay, the 2020.
Do you have a copy of that can be posted, Joe?
Yeah. We shall need.
Not immediately, but we'll want to get that posted up pretty soon if it's approved.
Well, and truthfully, we should have it to share to everybody. We should, right now, before you vote on it. I need to know how to use the Wayback Machine better.
Okay. The 2020 platform is currently posted in the chat.
Oh, sweet. You the man. And it was still at lp.org. That is nice.
Yeah, if we adopt that, I'd recommend downloading it as a PDF and posting it up on the Kootenai County website for now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saving it right now. It's only 10 pages. Got that downloaded. Very nice. Okay, give me a moment. I'm going to scan it quick. I don't want to take too long and get kicked out after an hour and have to do this all over again.
Was there a discussion on this or?
Yes, is there a discussion? No, I
No.
just wanted,
Discussion was to make sure we grab a copy of it now before it disappears. If we're gonna, let's make sure we have it.
that's where I was waiting. I wanted to open it and actually flip through every page and make sure it's what I have recognized. I've read it before.
I like it.
Yeah, okay.
We still find bigotry repugnant.
Right.
Okay, so that was seconded. Let's go ahead and vote. So all in favor, say aye.
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 All right, motion passes. All right, all right.
Yay.
Now we're on to the next item of election of officers, including those not otherwise provided for by law. Chair, vice chair, secretary, treasurer, and regions. Okay, we are doing this now because we wanted to have the elections that we did from the past state central committee meeting, which we had done a few weeks ago. That was that case instance, and because the bylaws says that they're going to be done at convention, that's why we're doing this here right now. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, that is correct.
So
I'd like to make a motion at this time.
the chair recognizes Joe Evan for motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we sustain the interim officers as the elected officers at this convention. That would include myself as chair, Mike Long as secretary, and John Basabe as treasurer.
Second.
All right, discussion. I don't think there's a whole lot of discussion. No, it's telling me a meeting will end in 10 minutes again. Damn it. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes.
Okay.
Item 6, in presidential years, elect a national committeeman and a national committee woman and select presidential electors. Discussion around this. Recognize Joe Evans.
Okay, there is no national committee members assigned to the Libertarian National Committee. Those are regional, so we can dismiss with those. Now, the issue with the presidential electors, I'd like to go ahead and place the slate that the 3 members of the State Central Committee and the chair of the Executive Committee be the electors for our nominee, Chase Oliver.
I'll second it if I can.
All right. Accept the second, discussion. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous.
Okay.
All right, item 7, disaffiliation from Libertarian Party Region 1, regionless.
Make a motion.
Recognize Joe Evans. Was that Joe?
Disaffiliate.
Disaffiliate.
Was that a second, Jennifer?
Oh, a heavy second, a hardcore.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. 3. Item 9, restore memberships.
Yeah, we
Oh,
Yeah,
just
Jennifer.
bypassed number 8, which was the
Oh, I'm
article.
sorry. Okay, this would be the next thing would be the discussion on the RFK joint venture with the LNC PAC creation, whatever they're doing.
I'll move. The party condemns that action by the LNC and join whatever actions the committee sees appropriate against that action.
Okay, the chair recognizes Mike Long with motion that the Idaho Party condemns actions by the LNC with the joint venture and appropriate. What was the condemns LNC? And you said one other little bit after that. I like that.
Joins whatever actions the committee deems appropriate that are opposed to that.
Second.
So, seconded.
has it been seconded?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Passes unanimous. So now we amend the bylaws, adopt rules, regulations, directives regarding policies, practices, and procedures.
I would like to make a motion that we move past this portion of the agenda for brevity's sake. We will be able to address this again at the State Central Committee meeting in 3 months.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? 3.
Look at us go, you guys.
I'd
I
like
know
to
we
make,
rock.
I'd like to make a motion to pass a unanimous vote on items 9, 10, 11, and 12 for the sake of brevity, if nobody has any discussion or concerns about those items.
I would really be excited though to say Robert Imhoff and Jennifer Imhoff are welcome back. I agree with you. We should include all these and do it for time's sake, but I really want to make sure that they know they're welcome back because we love them. And we
I'll amend-
appreciate all the hard work they have done.
I'll amend my motion to include items 10, 11, and 12 and rescind the part on item 9 to allow discussion.
Okay.
If nobody has any concerns about 10, 11, or 12.
I'd like to make a motion on 9 that we restore the memberships in full of Jennifer and Robert Imhoff.
I second it.
Should we get them on the call right now?
I'm so excited.
I wish we could. I think they're in the moment dealing with parental things, the extended family type.
Ew.
They're busy down in California getting family issues.
Oh, maybe I move to not restore them until the stank of California is off them when they get back.
No, no.
I don't want to hear a vote on that.
Okay, all in favor? Sean?
I'll have to figure out where that motion and second actually came from for 9.
Jennifer?
Motion came from Jennifer.
Enthusiastically came from your wife.
Aye.
Okay, motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right, and then the chair recognizes Mike Long for the means of expediency, accept agenda items 10, 11, and 12 as presented, in effect without deliberation needed. We accept all as was that good enough? Should I say it? I don't know if my brevity is good enough.
I think that's the meat of it.
Yeah. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, none. All right. That takes care of our meeting. Thank you very much.
You guys, thank you. This was so well done. Thank you. It's so easy.
Hold on one moment. Well, to make somebody make a motion, we adjourn.
I motion we adjourn.
Okay, I'll leave this